When we begin anew, we need to act and think like another person altogether, which is what Paul called for in Ephesians chapter 5 of the believers in the New Testament church. Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Thursday. You know, the Apostle Paul makes a lot of comparisons for Christians to see their old life before they followed Christ and their new life and their walk for Jesus. In Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 8, he said, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth." You know, we all need that reminder of where we have come from before we knew Jesus. In Ephesians 2 and verse 1, he said, "You who were dead in your trespasses and sins before Christ made you alive. You once walked according to the course of this world." Paul even told the church in Rome, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So here he reminds the church that they were once darkness. Now, darkness is everything that is associated with sin and Satan in this world. The Bible speaks of those who would love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil. They wish to hide their evil ways under the cover of darkness. And he said, "You were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord." This is the picture of the total transformation of the Christian, going from being darkness to being light. There can be no greater comparison there. Not only is our life to exude the light of the Savior into a dark world, but we are to be that light showing a total transformation in our lives that shines the way to Jesus so that others can see him by our walk. He continues his command by saying, "Walk as children of light." I wonder if there's any parent out there that has had that discussion with their children, saying, "Listen, our family does not act that way, okay? You need to walk like you're one of the Joneses or the Smiths or whomever. If we are called Christians, we need to walk like the little Christ that name certainly implies." He even describes what we should look like in verse 9. "For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth." And if we are indwelt by his Spirit, which we come that way as we become a Christian, then we should walk and show those character traits through our walk among others. In verse 10, he even says, we should be finding out what is acceptable to the Lord and declare to do that. Finally, he reminds us that the Christian should have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Verse 12 says, "For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done by them in secret." Don't live that way. Don't talk about the things that they do. Certainly don't laugh at their jokes, but walk in the light as Jesus is in the light, and we'll have fellowship with him.